Good afternoon. I am here. I am here. Hey, Sherrod King. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining me. I don't know why I am trying to pull this live up so I can share it on my wall. Oh, there you go. Okay. Hey, Daquan. Okay, so y'all can hear me. Let me cut this down. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining me. What's up, Winter? POP, hold me down. Thank y'all for joining me. We're going to get this thing started. I am trying to share it. Okay. And I'm trying to do one other deal here before we get started. One more thing I have to do here. I hope you guys are off to a great day or halfway through a good day. It's lunchtime, right? It's lunchtime. So more than likely, I know last night I said that I'll be on here a little bit earlier, but this is actually pretty much the time that I'll be coming on, and getting started with my content each day because I have things I have to do in the morning, which is understandable, right? Except for those mornings when I wake up a little bit earlier or don't have as much stuff to do, regardless, and then I can come do the affirmations. Okay, so I got this done. Let me close this up so I won't have any of those technical issues. And we're gonna try to have a tech era free live. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and say that. We're gonna go ahead and claim that. But if we do have an error, we're gonna get past it, right? Absolutely. So this is the second day that we're doing the trial watch with Demetri Little Day, the young Dolph trial happening in Memphis, Tennessee. What I wanted to do today is I want to actually, for some folks yesterday, when I did it last night, some folks wasn't exactly familiar, so I wanted to start off, and please hit the like button, of course. I want to start off giving kind of like a recap of what's happening for folks who may not recall or may not remember this case or maybe wasn't tuned in. Young Dolph is a rapper there in Memphis. He wasn't, of course, with me being 47, he wasn't someone that I listened to, but I was familiar with his name. Okay, so let me go ahead and take this down. And let's see if we can get into a recap to bring us up to where we at so everybody can kind of know what's going on. Um, One moment. Let me open this up. And here it is. Boom. All right. So let's play this. Hey, CEO. I don't know why the chat box not showing, but I'll be working on that. Hey, Levon. Okay, we're gonna take a little bit closer look at him too. All right, so that's pretty much a recap, right, of the trial, what happened, who's involved. And the trial has actually started. Yesterday was the first day of the trial. They had, of course, the opening arguments, and then that was followed with three witnesses. We had first the sister of young thug Adolph Thornton. That's his real name. His sister Erica Thornton took the stand first. She didn't really say much. She just verified that she was a sister, that she loved her brother, and not too much more, right? Not at all. The second witness was Raul, a security guard who had been working for Young Dolph for over 7 years, and he pretty much didn't offer a whole lot of different details. Just the fact that he was a security guard, and that yes, he was aware. Everybody was aware that they had problems or beef with members from the CMG label. Okay, that's another rap label there in Memphis, Cocaine Money Group. That's alleged some of their higher ups was actually the ones in the chain of command who actually put the hit on Young Dolph. Okay, it's alleged that there was $100,000 hit put on Young Dolph by named Big Juke. Okay, you may recognize the shorter one over there to the left. That's Young Yo Gotti. Big Juke, who is deceased now, is his brother, okay? And his brother, Big Juke, you're going to hear his name a lot during the testimony. He's the one who was allegedly who put the money, held the money, put the hit on the head of Young Dolph and other rappers with Young Dolph's paper route label. Okay, so Big Juke is the big guy, obviously. He did, I'm going to just say, as a consequence of this initial shooting, he eventually lost his life too in gun violence in Tennessee. So he's deceased now, but you're going to hear his name come up a lot. Okay. Now today we're going to do the cross examination. Last night we did the direct from the state of the first the what was that? He the third witness, Cornelius. He's the admitted shooter. Okay. He's the one in the footage who jumps out of the car first, the white Mercedes. He's the first one to jump out. He's the first one to start shooting. He's also, he admits that he shot him. Okay, on trial right now, the actual trial, he's testified, and now we're finna listen to the cross examination from the defense attorney, which I'm looking forward to hearing exactly how he handled it. But just as a recap on his testimony yesterday. He admits to having been the shooter. He admits he named out Big Juke as being the person who held the money and who was supposed to pay them. He gave the name and spoke a lot about Quet. You're gonna hear that name come up a lot. This is Quet. Okay, Quet is the middleman. Quet served the purpose as being the middleman. He's the one who allegedly hooked the shooters up with Big Juke and was the go-between. Okay, and I'm going to show you guys real quickly what happened with him. He has not went to trial yet. Okay, and he has not taken a stand as of this live broadcast. Okay, so let me show you guys. I want to show y'all. Hold on, let me pull it up here first. Because yesterday his name came up so much and I didn't have the information to show y'all. I wasn't prepared. But I have it today. So let's look at this one moment. That's Quet. Oh, yellow one. This is supposed to be the mastermind. Not happy at all, is she? Huh. She's not having that. Now he got a question. Now he raised his hand for a question. No, sir. Hey, Allison. You sure do stay busy. You thought he would. What'd you say? He look like sticky fingers? That's the OG. That's the mastermind here. Old school got some act right in him, though, right? So y'all can't hear him at all. Y'all couldn't hear him. Okay, so let me. Okay, so what about the first one with the news still? Y'all heard that one, right? Let me rewind my live. Oh man, y'all mean to tell me I played the whole recap news footage and y'all couldn't hear that? Hey, sunshine. Dang. Y'all thought I was just showing y'all the picture? Okay, so let me see exactly. Why is. Oh, because. Probably because I got the desktop audio on mute. Okay. So, let's try this real quick and let me know. Let's do let's test the sound. Hold on, let me cut this, my phone down. Okay. And let me do this. Okay, so I haven't pushed play yet, so you shouldn't hear anything yet. Okay, can y'all hear now? Not me, but can y'all hear the video clip?
have to remind you that you're out.
Hi, Chris Flower. Sorry about that, but can y'all hear now? Not me, but the clip that's on the screen.
Or some real tight stipulations.
Yes, ma'am.
At this point, the court feels like you're
Okay, so now y'all can hear the video clip. Okay.
playing fast
So,
and loose with the court in these
yes, but it's
situations.
really low.
And I don't
Okay,
like
let me
that.
see.
You have filed a motion through your attorney asking me to your bond conditions. And
Settings.
before we could ever do that, I get a message from a concerned citizen.
Okay, so I can't cut
that you're
it up
out doing
any louder.
interviews. Whether you're talking about this case or not, you're doing interviews. And the court doesn't like the fact that you feel free enough to do interviews.
Okay, so I'll let y'all hear this one, and then we'll go
Because
back to
what-
the phone.
Could be happening is that you could be in jail.
Okay, thank you.
And it's a whole lot
Sorry about that,
easier to supervise you there. But you've been given the opportunity to post a bond with bond conditions, and you're not doing those things you need to do.
She didn't had enough.
We're going to review those bond conditions on March the 1st. But let me make myself extremely clear to you that you are to not have any interviews with anybody for any reason. Your attorney has assured me that nothing was said about this case in that interview, and I have no
Yes,
reason not to
indeed.
believe
She sound like
what
your
he told me
mama or
was
something,
true.
huh?
But like I said, you should not be interviewing with anyone. You should not be making any public statements, and you should be in the house. That means not going to anybody's funeral. Put your hand down. You're speaking through your attorney at this point.
Yes, ma'am.
That means not going to funerals or anywhere else. That means in the house as of right now.
Yes, ma'am.
And about you not showing up on yesterday or showing up and then leaving because your counsel thought it was appropriate to
He
allow
really
you to
had a
go
question,
home because
okay?
you were getting a barrage of phone calls, that's neither here nor there. When you're supposed to be here, you're supposed to be here. Were you not on my
That
docket
little
yesterday?
sticky fingers, huh?
You were supposed to be
He
here.
looked lost.
Bottom line.
confused.
And I thought I was. He instructed me not to come. I was.
Like I said, you are supposed to be here. Whether your attorney is here or not, you should be here.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand what house arrest means as of this point?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll see you back here on March the 1st, sir.
All right, thank you.
Please don't give me any reason to revoke this bond.
All
And
right.
then we won't even have to have these conversations.
Yes, ma'am.
March 1st.
Boy, I'm going to have to get this sound together. Okay, I'm going to just have to leave my microphone on no matter what. That way I can remember cut it on. Sorry about that. All right, so this is the lineup of the folks, okay? On the left, Justin Johnson. He says he's on trial right now. The trial that we're watching, today is day 2. The trial, the defendant, they're doing them one at a time. The defendant right now is the first one on the left. Justin Johnson, where it says July 14th. He absolutely denies being a shooter. He has pleaded not guilty. Okay? In the middle is Cornelius Smith. He has admitted his guilt. He has not been sentenced yet. He's in custody. He's been in custody since the day after the shooting. He is the person who's actually on the stand now. I mean, for this live broadcast, he is the one who we're listening to. He is the one in the middle, Cornelius. That's who we heard testifying last night. We heard him admit to shooting. We heard him admit to have to agree to splitting the bounty, the $100,000 that's supposed to have been on Young Dolph's head. He admitted that was the amount. The agreement was that he and Justin Johnson, to the left of him, was supposed to split the money 50-50, but then they were supposed to give Ket, the grown man over there to the right, they all grown, but the one to the right, Hernandez Govan, which they call him Ket, the lawyers call him Govan, he's the middleman. Both of the shooters, alleged shooters, were supposed to give him $10,000 out of their cut of the money. So the $100,000 was supposed to be split $40,000 per shooter, and $20,000 was supposed to go to the middleman. Okay? Now, on the stand right now, what we're finna watch right now is going to be... Okay, so since my sound wasn't working, I want to go ahead and play the recap and all the things you need to know about the case, okay? So let me go ahead and do that. As soon as y'all hear the media clip, please let me know. And that way I know everything's good. Let me do that. I'm going to do it again because I played it.
Thanks for joining us at 10. I'm Kevin McNamara.
And
the trial for...
I couldn't hear it, so let me do it again. Okay, so let me take this down. Open this up. Okay.
2 suspects in the murder of Memphis rapper Young Dolph and the man accused of ordering the hit that killed him will start tomorrow. Young Dolph was shot and killed at Makita's Cookies on Airways Boulevard back in November of 2021. ABC 24's Lauren Turman is here with more on the trial. So, Lauren, what are your expectations for tomorrow?
Can y'all hear him?
Well, Kevin, attorney Leslie Ballin is very familiar with this case and says that tomorrow will likely consist of opening statements, and any motions that have not been filed will likely be addressed. But he says that the partial change of venue request, an outside jury, is something he says is rarely seen. 36-year-old Memphis rapper Young Dolph was shot and killed at Makita's Cookies on November 17, 2021. Nearly 3 years later, his alleged killers are heading to trial tomorrow.
These cases are difficult for all parties, family of the defendants, the family of the deceased, and the defendants. So this is a homicide case, and emotions will run high.
24-year-old Justin Johnson and 32-year-old Cornelius Smith Jr. were indicted on January 22nd and faced multiple charges, including first-degree murder, unlawful carrying and possession of a firearm, and theft of a property. Police say the 2 men got out of a stolen Mercedes-Benz and fired shots into the store where Young Dolph was making a purchase. Their trial was expected to start on June 3rd, but the defense counsel asked for more time for expert review. An outside jury will hear the case due to the heavy media attention in Shelby County, which attorney Leslie Ballin says is unique.
The fact that the judge in this case partially granted a change of venue request to include the selection of the jury from Davids County. That's very unusual. In my 47
But
years
it makes
practice,
sense. Everybody
I
knew
can
him.
count on one hand the number of times that type of relief has been granted.
The trial for Hernandez Govin, who was accused of ordering the hit that killed young Dolph, was recently set for tomorrow. He also faces charges including first-degree murder and conspiracy to commit murder. Fallon says that even with immense media attention, it is possible to have an impartial jury in this case.
Generally, no matter how much publicity a case has gotten, a jury can be found that is either not heard of the case or, in spite of what they have heard, could still judge the case on the proof that's presented in the courtroom.
Another suspect, Jamarcus Johnson, pled guilty to 3 counts of accessory after the fact in October of 2023, and he faces 6 to 12 years in jail. If convicted, the suspects could face life in prison without parole, which, according to Ballin, is now 51 years in Tennessee. Kevin?
Now, mind you, we heard yesterday, and I'm going to get started here, but I just want to kind of bring us up to date. We had a couple of technical issues. But anywho, we heard yesterday that, incredibly, even though the shooter was supposed to get $40,000 each and then both give $10,000 to the middleman, okay, the money that actually touched Cornelius, who's on the stand now, who we're finna listen to and who we listened to last night, the money that touched his hand was $800. A total of $800. He got $500 the day of the shooting. A couple days later, they meet up with him to give him some more money. And like he said on the stand yesterday, he said he thought they was going to bring him $20,000 or something like that. They bought him $300. So before he was arrested, in all total, the portion that he got for unaliving young Dolph was $800. A sad case for sure. Okay? So we're going to jump into the cross-examination of the admitted shooter that's on screen now. We're going to listen to him take questions from and give testimony. He's under cross-direct from the defense. Okay? All right. So we're going to get that started. Yeah, 51 years, the rest of his life, right? One moment.
Good afternoon, Mr. Smith.
Good afternoon.
My name is Luke Evans. I represent Mr. Johnson in this case. So I'm going to be asking you a few questions, okay?
Yes, sir.
If there's anything I ask you don't understand,
Cross-examination.
just let me know. If you can't hear me, shouldn't be a problem. But if for some reason you can't hear me, just let me know, okay?
All right.
So, you started out today saying, and I think ended by saying you're here to tell the truth, right?
Correct.
And just to be clear, you know the difference between a truth and a lie, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, you said you started meeting with law enforcement, December 9th? Really the day you got picked up, the day after you got picked up in South Haven, right? Or the same day?
Nah, I ain't meet, like, what you mean by meet back with them?
I mean, they sat down and interviewed you in a room.
Yeah, I
Right.
talked to them.
And did you tell them the truth?
Nah.
Right? Because specifically they asked you whether or not you'd ever seen that Mercedes,
Right.
and whether you'd been in it, right?
Right.
And you said, never been in it, never seen it, never been in it with Justin Johnson,
Correct.
right? Okay, just to be clear.
Correct.
How about how many times would you say you've met with the state, law enforcement included, right, in preparing to testify to that?
Couple times, 4 times.
Okay.
4 times.
Does that include are you including that time back in December, right, when you were picked up?
Nah.
Okay. So 3 or 4 times since,
Yeah.
right? And one of the times you met with them was in March of 22. You remember meeting with them then? Sometime around then?
I don't know the exact months and stuff
Right.
like that. I got my lawyer in March, so I don't know. I can't just pinpoint exactly what money.
Well, I'll say it like this. You started out with a different lawyer and you ended up with the lawyer you have now, right?
No, sir. No,
Exactly,
sir.
Diamond.
He was never hired.
Okay, well, you got paid.
No, he did not get paid.
Did he get paid?
No,
He didn't get $50,000?
He did not. He ain't signed my jacket saying he represented.
No, what I'm asking
I
you.
just talked to him.
That's not what I'm asking you.
Right. You asked
He
me.
got $50,000.
Said I had a
Oh, wait a
different
minute.
lawyer. So,
Hold on just a second.
Uh-oh.
Ask your question, wait for the response.
you mean,
The original lawyer in your case got $50,000 to represent you. Did he not?
I don't know exactly how much he got. I don't know. I
Okay.
can't say.
All right. And you knew that, just we're all clear here, that money came from CMG, right?
Yeah, I don't know exactly who, but, yo.
All right.
Now, that's interesting. Hold on. That's
So
interesting.
you talked today.
Boom. Okay? So this is where I was telling you guys in the opening remarks, the opening statements, that the defense attorney who's right now asking him the questions, he's going somewhere with this, right? Because even though only $800 touched Cornelius' hand, right? One of the things that the defense is alluding to with this witness is, you know, that, hey, because you carried off this hit, even though you didn't get all the money because you got arrested, the money, somebody paid money to your lawyer for your defense. And this is what the defense is, this is one of the basis of him saying not guilty. This is one of the things that the defense attorney remarked on during his opening statements. He was saying pay very close attention to this witness. He named this witness, right? And he said, pay attention to him. And ask yourself, what does he have to gain? Hey, Room Shaker. And I mentioned that yesterday to you guys. One of the things, and this is my theory, one of the things that benefits him now for being so open and everything, he knows he's caught. He knows he's not going to get away with this. And even though he didn't get the money, by him going along and doing what the people who called for this is my theory, called for the hit, they're going to take care of his family. They're going to take care of his, look after him in jail. That's normally how this street stuff go. So that's what the defense is leading him into right now, okay? I'm going to not be pausing it all the time, but that was really significant. And we're finna get into this. Now, mind you, I'm live reacting with you guys. Y'all not in the rush, are y'all? Cause we just doing the cross-examination. I want to get into this, okay? So let's go ahead and get this started. On the stand now is Cornelius. That's his picture. Let me take him down. Let's get back. The defense is already starting off really good. Y'all know I love trials. Okay? Let's go.
You got paid for what you just testified to, didn't you?
After I was locked up,
You got paid,
my
right?
lawyer was paid. Lawyer.
You got $50,000 to pay a lawyer, right?
I didn't get it in my hand. Correct. I don't know how much it was, but correct. My lawyer got paid.
Okay. And there's no question that money was for services rendered.
Hi, Kathy.
Killing Dolph.
Basically.
You took it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Did your conscience bother you? Your
I-
conscience.
After I came to my senses, yeah.
Did you say, I can't have that money? I can't use that money, because you still got a lawyer here.
No, I ain't say that. I ain't
You
say
took
that.
the money.
Yeah, I took the money. I got the money.
Your conscience wasn't
Yeah,
bothering
good
you that
job.
bad, right? You said your conscience started bothering you, but not bad enough not to take the money for the job you did.
Well, I had already did it, so might as well. You know, I got a conscience still after I came to my senses.
Hey, for soldier.
Right, okay. So, you didn't think, man, I really shouldn't be able to keep money for killing somebody.
I didn't think like that.
Okay. Now, at the end of this, you
Baby.
said, you're direct. You said something about, you saw a picture of the person, you said Mr. Johnson with a suitcase. And you said, he's there with his money, getting out of town.
Right.
To be clear, you don't have any direct knowledge of Justin Johnson getting a dime for this, right?
Nah, I ain't got nothing.
Okay. So you can't say he's leaving with his money, right?
Right.
Okay.
This guy, correct.
Now, a couple other things specifically. When you as you say it, let's kind of put a timing on this. So you said March, you got your current lawyer, and you went back and met with the government again, right? Or the state? Law
I don't know what month, like I said, I can't say what,
Okay.
like, they can win.
But if I told you you met with law enforcement around March 13th of 22, does that sound about right?
I can't put the date on it. I ain't
Okay.
even counted now.
Well, let me ask you this. You said you had a change of heart and your conscience started
He's
getting to you, you wanted to
definitely
tell the truth. When did that happen?
Like, a couple months after I sobered all the way up, while I was in jail, I sobered all the way up. I ain't in my senses, like, it was wrong.
Okay. So you got December is when you go to jail. December 9th.
Yeah, December 9th.
So a couple of months from then. You sober up, that's when you come to your senses.
Yeah, and then Justin had sent me a letter saying.
Well, I'm not asking you what Justin sent you a
I'm
letter
saying
saying.
what automatically made me come to my senses and like, you know, it was wrong. You know what I'm saying? When he said, cut him loose, take the juke, and quit down with me.
Okay. So you're saying Mr. Johnson sent you something saying, he actually said he didn't do it, right?
Now, he didn't say he didn't do it then. He said, cut him loose and take juke and quit down with me because they ain't messing with us.
Oh, you mean tell the truth?
Nah.
Because he didn't have anything to do with it. Tell the truth.
Nah, he's saying me take the downfall.
Oh, okay.
Cut him loose, let him go.
Okay.
And tell them get quit and him change clothes and quit with me instead of him.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Did you get it directly from Justin Johnson, this kite you're talking about?
You know, we got rock me and stuff, but we were talking through the vent. I was in E part, he was in E part. We were talking through the vent.
That's
Did you get it directly from Justin Johnson?
Nah.
Did you see him write it?
He did I get it? He said, did you get that? Did you get that kite?
Did you see him write it?
Nah, I ain't see him right. I'm in another part. We
Right, you can't even see him. You
But he asked me, did I get that kite?
Okay.
He sent me more than one. He sent another one and said he got 7K. I could take that. I'll leave.
He states
Where's that?
I don't know where it's at.
You lost it?
Nah. I sent it on out to my folks. Man.
Okay,
Sent
all
it
right.
on out to my folks, my sister.
Okay. So you started telling the truth then. So surely by August, you met with the state in August 10th of 22. Surely by then you're telling the truth.
Yeah, I'm telling the truth.
And you would agree with me the truth doesn't change. It's the truth, right?
Yeah, it's the truth. You know, quit, brought me in and set me up for the police to camp me. So might as well tell the truth. If we gonna tell the truth.
Okay. So today,
He said he was set up.
for the first time ever, you testified that you wiped that Mercedes down.
Yeah.
You've never said that before.
No, I ain't never.
You've never told them.
Why
You
ain't
never
you
told
set
them
up?
that you wiped that Mercedes down?
I never told detectives when I talked to them. Nah.
Why would you not tell them? They've asked you every question under the sun about this case, right?
I said detectives. I never admitted that I was involved to detectives when I first got locked up December 9th.
You know they take notes and they recorded your entire interview
Right.
from August.
Right.
Why didn't you tell them in August you wiped the car down?
We were talking about so much, you know, it slipped my mind from.
And they specifically asked you, and you said
They ain't asked me that way to cut it in there. They ain't specifically asked me
You
that
don't-
way to cut it in there.
you don't recall them asking you and you saying Justin said he had someone wipe the car down.
Yeah, he told me he had somebody to wipe the car down too.
But you didn't think to ask him,
I
right?
told him that I wiped it down. He said he used the right stuff, because I got somebody else to wipe it down. You know what I'm saying?
So now you're saying you told Justin that you went and wiped it down.
Yeah, I told him too.
Why didn't you tell that to law enforcement who's seeking the truth from you, right?
You know, stuff slip a person's mind too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Kind of an important
Okay.
detail.
like they ain't asked me the other way to cut him. So
You don't think so?
I don't recall.
Okay. Well, your fingerprints are on that car,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
So when did you go do that?
Like, a couple days after the shooting.
Did you tell Quet? Did you go by Quet's house?
Yeah, I had called quick and told him that I was finna walk in their backyard so he'll know who walking over there. I ain't called him.
So you called him, you let him know, you walked through his backyard.
Not through his backyard, that I was finna walk in the backyard where the car was at.
Okay. Why would you need to tell Quet you were going to be at the car across the street?
Because he got cameras. So I ain't want him to think nobody trying to get him or nothing to get shooting at me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, let him know what's up.
And just to be clear, does he have cameras on the abandoned house, or you're just saying shooting out from facing out from his house?
He on his house.
Okay.
On his house.
But testimony today is you called Quet and told him you were going to go over there and wipe that car down.
Yeah.
Okay. And you didn't tell law enforcement that either.
We're currently watching the cross-examination of the admitted shooter. Okay, so this is the defense attorney on his cross of this this third witness, the first real impactful witness, Cornelius, the admitted shooter. He's on the stand. They're purposely not showing his face because of what they say is heightened security situation, so they're not showing him. But that's his picture there. I just popped up for you guys. That's who's on the stand, and he's under cross-examination from the defense. Let's continue. Definitely not gangster quality here, okay? Potential or status. You know? Let's go.
Does that surprise you that you wouldn't have told them, hey, I even called Quet and told him I was going to go over and do it?
Nah, because, you know, like I say, stuff slip a person mind at the time, you know what I'm saying? Like, when law enforcement talking to me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't just finna remember everything bit for bit right then and there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, 3 or 4 times, as you said it, right? To meet with them, to go over it, to think about it. You were able to talk with counsel before you went into this. You were able to look at paperwork before you went in, right?
Before I went in with.
And met with them.
Yeah, what you mean though? What you saying? Like, what you saying?
It just slipped your mind.
Nah, what you saying? Like,
No,
what slipped my mind? What you saying?
To tell them all the details.
Yeah, I couldn't just remember detail like that.
Because it's hard to keep up with details when you're lying. You would agree with that, right?
Nah.
No?
Nah, when you tell them the truth, like, and you
Okay.
nervous, like, it's hard to keep up with details.
So,
Now, of course, remember, he was doing heavy, he was...
So you're saying that one just slipped your mind?
Okay.
okay. You didn't bring it up, they didn't ask you. You just slipped your mind. Okay.
I answered the questions they asked me correctly, you know, like, if they ain't asked me, if I don't recall them asking me, I ain't answering.
So, law enforcement specifically asked you about this $800 that you got after the shooting, right?
Right.
And today, I just want to make clear, you're saying that $500 was hand-delivered by Justin with a letter to your neighbor.
Right.
And her name, just to be clear, is Vivian Fifi, right?
Correct.
Lives next door to your dad.
Correct.
And you know that happened, correct?
Correct.
You say you were on the phone with Justin and Miss Fifi when that was happening.
Correct.
And to confirm that Miss Fifi actually got the money.
Correct.
Okay? Now, but you would agree with me that's not the story you first told law enforcement, right?
I don't recall.
You don't recall?
I can't say it's correct in that, because I don't know what I told them, like, when I first talked to them.
But is that the truth?
I can't recall the interview that I had with them back then, so I can't say it's correct or it's not.
Okay. Well, did you tell them that you told them the truth, right?
Yeah, I told them the truth.
All right.
I told them.
So, in that same interview, if that's the truth with Ms. Fifi, in that same interview earlier, why would you tell them that some masked man came in a Chrysler 300 on 2 occasions
No, I
and
did
said,
not say that.
you didn't say that.
I didn't say that earlier. I did not say that. That a madman on 2 occasions came.
You didn't say that.
Justin dropped it off to Miss Fifi the first time, and he had somebody with a mask on the second time with $300. That's what I said.
So, if that interview recording's got your voice saying that you and Angela backed up in the driveway to next door, and on 2 separate occasions, the first time somebody brought $500, and your girlfriend Angela got out and got it, and you stayed in the car, and then on another occasion, which is what you said today, somebody bought $300, and Angela got out and got it. You're saying that's just not, like, you didn't say that. Somebody else jumped in your interview that was recorded and said those things.
Yeah, I don't remember saying all that. I can't recall the interview. Like, I got to hear it for me to say, yeah, you know, I said, yeah, I got to hear the interview.
Okay. But if you were telling the truth, you wouldn't have any trouble, right? Going, did I say that or not? Because you know you didn't say it because you told the truth.
I'm telling the truth. I'm telling
This time or that time?
I been telling the truth all the time, all along.
Okay.
Since it's after, might as well tell the truth.
Now, mind you, let me pause.
A couple of things.
Let me pause.
You had only two conversations. Well, let me back up. You had one conversation at Quet's house where Jook.
Okay, let's pause. We got to remember now, the guy that's testifying right now, Cornelius, the admitted shooter, he's not the brightest, he's not the sharpest pencil in the pencil pack, right? In the box, right? He's not the brightest bulb, okay? This is the same guy that when he got in the car, when they picked him up, no gloves on, right? He had never used that type of gun before, was unfamiliar. We found out yesterday, according to his own testimony, that Cornelius, the one who's testifying, the admitted shooter, he literally left his cell phone. He left his cell phone in the getaway car glove box. That's this guy, okay? That's this guy. So he's not the brightest. He's absolutely not a professional. He was on, to his own admittance, he was on Percocets and ecstasy, right? And on a personal note, the reason he said that he testified to have gotten so heavily into drugs again is because he had just experienced, you know, the death of his 9-year-old son, which I think it was some type of illness or something. But his 9-year-old son died, and that led him to fall off into the abyss of heavy drug use and really a mindset of don't give a damn, not really caring. And this was his testimony, okay? So that's who we're hearing from right now. And believe it or not, he is 34 years old. In 2021, he was still in his 30s. You know, it just sounds so immature, right? Very immature. But the defense is doing a great job, like busting him up. I just really think so. Let's go ahead and hit play. Thank y'all for coming through it and watching this along with me.
Was there, correct?
Correct.
Try to watch with Demetra.
Justin wasn't there.
Nah, he wasn't there.
And then you said you had an earlier conversation with just you and Quet about the Dolph hit, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Now, this conversation that you had at Quet's with Juke was there. I think you said you went to buy X pills.
Correct.
You weren't going over there for the specific purpose of saying you wanted to a chance at killing Dolph.
Nah.
Okay? Did you ever, during
Thank you
that
for
meeting
subscribing,
that
Antoine.
you had with Jook and present, did you ever say that you could get up on Dolph real easy because you know where his aunt lives and you see him over there at least once a week?
Nah,
Never said that.
never said that.
Now, you've testified today that no promises were made, right? But you're expecting to get consideration.
Nah.
No? You're not expecting to get any consideration for your sentence in this case, based on what you're doing here today?
Nah. Cause I know I'm going to jail anyway, so.
Okay.
Find a way to be real, get it off my chest, feel better. Start my healing process.
Wait a minute, what? Wait a minute. Did he just
Probably
say,
you told.
did he just say that he testifying like this and he just want to get it done and get it out in the open so he can start his healing process? He wants to start his healing process, right? Now, somebody in the chat just said, let's see here. Levon said, no. Hold on. Somebody say. Sunshine said, I can understand that, but why take another family through that pain? I doubt he still don't sound like he thinking about the family. In that statement that he just said alone, so he can start his healing process, you know, somebody who actually have a sense of conscience, or somebody who actually, to me, my thoughts, somebody who actually want to just be honest and forthright and really for the right things, I would have thought that statement would be, hey, I just wanted to come out here, be honest. I wanted to let the family, you know, let the family be able to get this done with so the family can begin to heal. That's the selfless, you know, way that you would go about that, right? So, very telling. Very, very, very telling. I wonder if the defense attorney going to say so you can heal, right? Yeah, they think the video games is like real guns, you know what I'm saying? They think it's going to be the same, but it's real bullets, real death, and real consequences. Let's continue. Thank y'all for joining me for this trial watch.
Your sisters, and you wrote them back in March of 22.
Probably not.
You lied to them?
I say anything. I don't know.
Now we're getting somewhere. You'd say anything.
I'm saying like in the letters because I know for sure that they taking my letters and stuff, so.
You told them my lawyer is trying to tell me my best out is working with the feds, helping them, something I've never done in my life.
Yeah.
So you're telling them I didn't do this. I didn't really do it. But I'm going to say I did it so I can get out of prison.
Nah, I ain't saying it like that. I ain't saying it like that. Like, I'm saying like, it's my best out to be honest and stuff like that. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, be truthful because they already know. So, if they already know, why play with these folks? And they already know.
And then you said, just so on that point, your lawyer, he, said that's the only way I will not do life in jail.
Yeah, if I said that then, you know, if I, you know, what I said, if I wrote that, I said that. So I ain't finna say I didn't write that.
And then you say that you're hoping essentially not to do any time because your lawyer that you have now was responsible for getting one of the people in the Holly Bobo case out without doing any jail time.
Yeah, I told him his history, you know what I'm saying, like his history, but what he did in the past ain't got nothing to do with this.
Let's pause real quickly, right? Let's pause.
No.
Let's think about something, okay? let's think about the testimony that we've heard just in this live, right? So he got 5 children. We heard that yesterday. We learned that yesterday. Cornelius, let's understand, has 5 kids. He got caught the next day. All this evidence against him. He just said he already know he going to jail, right? He only got $800 that touched his hand before he got locked up. Now, he just testified during the cross-examination. Hey, Tweety, you're late. He just testified during the cross, not maybe 20 minutes ago. He just testified under the defense, because guess what? They didn't say nothing about it from the state, right? But we just learned that somebody paid $50,000 for his attorney. So you mean to tell me, you know already they got all this evidence, you know you already locked up, you know you got 5 children, and you about to go away for life, right? A minimum of 51 years in that state, they just said. You mean to tell me that he allowed for them to pay for him an attorney, a high-profile attorney we just heard, instead of saying to whoever gave you that money, right? Instead of saying, hey, I need you to split that $50,000. Don't worry about paying for me no lawyer. Don't worry about paying for me no lawyer. I'm about to go do this time. I'm going to go sit it out. You know, I'm caught. It's a wrap. I got 5 kids. Go ahead and whoever paying this money, this mysterious benefactor that's willing to pay $50,000 for his legal representation, he didn't instead say, give that money to my baby mamas and maybe my mama. Absolutely crazy, right? Absolutely selfish, absolutely immature, absolutely ridiculous, and absolutely, from my point of view, and that's the only one I have, unforgivable. Hey, Miss Bacon, we getting into this cross-examination, but I'm pretty sure you saw it because you keeping track of the trial, you know. But thank you for joining. I'm glad you're here. Let's continue. I just really wanted to give that bit of commentary, okay? You know, because it's just unbelievable how selfish it's just unbelievable. Let's continue with this cross-examination, which again, you know, I'm kind of partial to the defense attorney than the state attorney, because he's way more like, he talks more, he projects better, he grabs your attention. He's more like, you know, he owned the J. Let's continue.
So you weren't expecting to walk free after today? That's not what you were expecting?
After them folks kept telling me I ain't going, I said forget it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. I'm being real. So, it is what it is. I feel better then.
Okay. Because you told your sisters, they got to let me walk free if I make any deals with them.
And my sister and they green, they don't know nothing about no folk teachers and stuff like that. They green, they don't know nothing about no jail time or nothing like that. So, you know, we just praying, hoping for the best outcome. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just leaving in God's hand.
Why would you lie to your family?
My bad.
I mean, you had this head of conscience after you.
Okay, I gotta fix that. Okay, I don't know what I did, but I did something. Let me see. Let me try to reopen it. Boom. Is it on there? No. Okay. Boom. Why is it this size? Lord. Hold on, y'all. That's because I'm back here messing with stuff, okay? Dang, why is it long like that? Hold on, let me see. Transform. Edit transform. If I don't stop clicking buttons back here, reset transform tab. Okay. Let me make it. And then let me. Oh, not like that. Let me see. content creator ain't that easy, child. Sorry, y'all. Hey, Miss Paulette. No, that's not Miss Paulette. Hey, Positivity, thank you for joining. We just letting me fix what I messed up, okay? Boom. All right, so I'm going to push play from there. Let me know. Make sure that the sound's still playing. Drop a 1, please, and let me know. I'm pushing play now.
You got clean, right? Right?
Yeah, it basically like speaking into exist, you know what I'm saying? Like hoping for the best, you know what I'm saying? Outcome, you know what I'm saying? Faith.
Exactly. Hoping to walk free if you go in and testify in this case, right?
Before I talk to them folks and stuff like that, like, before I talk to them, they what I'm telling my sister and them, like, man, I ain't never did no police ass shit, but, you know what I'm saying? Quit already told them everything. They already knew everything, so I might as well, you know, tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? Tell my role, tell his role, you know what I'm saying? So, be honest.
Well, and you bring up Quet in this letter. You even tell your sisters that when you saw Quet on December 8th, it was like he had a limited time to find somebody to pin this on. Talking about Quet.
Hey, you know, I was just getting locked up, right? So I wasn't finna say, yeah, that was me. I'm not finna say, yeah, I know that was me or nothing like that. Any letter. I'm not finna do that. I'm not finna do that.
You hadn't just got locked up. Agreed? You got locked up in December. This is in March.
Yeah, but I'm still just locked up over here. I came over here in January 11th. So I'm over here now, and I know, man, everything I do, say, whatever, right, they might intercept it. They might listen on the phone, so I can't talk like I really want to. You know, letters or nothing.
You repeatedly say in these letters to your sisters that you didn't do this.
You
and
say
you're only going to lie to get yourself a deal. Fair? Whether it was true, whether you say you were lying to them or not, that's what you said here.
Right. I said it in that letter once again. I just got over it. I know my case over. I ain't talked to no state or nothing like that. I ain't talked to nobody. So I'm not finna admit to doing nothing in no letter, knowing they might interfere in it. Take it.
You met with law enforcement in December, on December 9th, on the day of the arrest.
Yes, sir, I did.
And within days of writing this, and maybe before then, you didn't remember. In days of writing this, you're back meeting with law enforcement.
December the 9th?
In March.
Yes, they
March 13th.
December the 9th.
You met with them December 9th?
December the 9th, March.
You're back meeting with them March 13th of 22. Days after writing this letter to your sister, or these letters to your sister.
Well, if it was after I wrote that to my sisters, then I wasn't going to confess, because you said I wrote that before I met with them, right?
Okay. So, I guess what you're saying that is, when you met with law enforcement, if it was in March, that you realized you weren't going to lie and you decided to tell the truth then.
To the law enforcement?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, this issue about the $50,000 we talked about earlier, you went into a proffer sometime in March and lied about the $50,000.
What you mean?
You didn't tell them that you had gotten $50,000 for killing
What you mean?
Dolph.
What's the proffer? I knew he was going to say that.
I didn't tell them because that was for my lawyer.
Okay.
That was for my lawyer. So I ain't tell them right then and there. Nah.
And then in August, you and your lawyer have to appear for another proffer, and you have to clear that up because you've lied.
Yeah, I kept it G, like, you know. Yeah, my lawyer told me that the best thing to do, just be honest. Better everything.
Okay. But you still weren't honest, even after meeting with them the first time. And then in August, you meet with them again.
Hold up, what you mean I wasn't honest after meeting with them? Hold up, what you
In March. You lied about the money in
Hey,
March.
hold on. You're taking me too fast.
Why I lie about some money?
You didn't tell them you got any money for killing Dolph.
Nah, look, when I spoke to my lawyer, and my lawyer told me to be honest, I was honest with them.
Okay.
I was honest with them. I told them about the 800, so I ain't tell them I got no money for killing dog. I told y'all about the 800. So how I didn't tell you that?
Now,
Thank you, Kathy.
you originally even tried to get your girlfriend to lie for you, right? With an alibi, Angela.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Who's Letitia Jackson?
That's my baby mom, my kid mom.
Okay.
Exactly, Tweety.
Now,
Good things.
I think you said, well, let me ask you this, was the day that you shot Dolph, the day before that, did you know you were going to shoot Dolph?
Nah, I ain't know nothing about all this, but I ain't know we were gonna catch Dolph or nothing. But the next day was the day we caught Dolph, that was my baby girl's birthday.
I'm gonna pause right here. Tweety says, did they shoot Dolph's brother too? Well, not that I know of. I know Dolph's brother Marcus that was with him that day. He didn't get shot. So I'm not sure anything like that. But Yo Gotti's brother got shot and was killed. Big Juke, who was supposed to be the second in command over at the rival record label there in Memphis, CMG. Now he got shot some months later, and he's deceased now. So I don't know if maybe that's the brother you may have heard a reference to, but the very person who was supposed to have the money, hold the money, who was supposed to put the hit out, that's Big Juke. That's the one to the right here with Yo Gotti. That's his brother. As far as Young Dolph's brother, I'm not aware of any of his brothers being shot. I may be wrong because I just wasn't prepared for this case, but we here, right? So that's what I do know, be able to inform you. Let's go ahead and take this picture down. And the picture on the screen now is the face of the person that's testifying in the court. They was ordered not to show his face, but we got his face, okay? That's him that's talking right now. And as he's testifying, he's actually 34. I know that's hard for me to believe, but yeah, he's 34. He ain't no young boy, okay? Let's get back into this cross-examination of the admitted shooter. Let's see. Play.
Okay.
And I know I told her about a house, buying them a house and all that because I knew that they already had hits on everybody's head and we was out looking for somebody. We didn't know we were going to catch dogs. We didn't know who we were going to catch.
Is that why it was a particularly big day for you?
What you mean big day?
Well, you text Miss Jackson, let's see, 9:05 a.m. on November 17th, 2021, you say, good morning. I went to sleep in the midst of texting you to knowing today is my big day.
My baby birthday. My daughter's birthday.
November 17th?
Yeah, my daughter.
You went and killed a man on your daughter's birthday?
Hey, I'm trying to make it right for her. I ain't had no money. I'm trying to get some money that day. So I'm trying to make sure my baby girl, man, have a beautiful birthday. So it was whatever. Then I'm trying to get high on pills. It was whatever.
But you're telling her you're going to buy her house, you're going to give her $10,000 for rent?
I said, this the day before.
The day before?
Yeah, you know, I tell female lie, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's my baby mama. I was trying to get back with her, whatever. It ain't just like, you know, it's just game. You know what I'm saying? It's just game. And about all, like, just game.
So you're just lying to her too?
I ain't saying lying. I ain't gonna say that. Game and lying is two different things because I ain't, you know, tell the person what they want to hear. You know what I'm saying?
Like these fine people?
Nah, I don't know them. I don't know them. So, ain't got no reason to let nobody.
So if it's game, it ain't a lie?
I ain't trying to run game on nobody in here, man.
You sure?
I put myself in a murder, so I don't run a game. Make sense now.
But you think you're walking.
I ain't saying I'm walking. Them folks just told me, them folks been told me I'm doing time, so, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
So, at the shooting itself, I just want to be clear on this. You say Justin got shot.
He got scraped on the back.
Explain to me the difference between a scrape and getting shot.
Like, you know, when you fall and you scrape your knee or something, like the bullet glaze your back, like just glaze. Like it glazed my leg and I got hit and it went in my back.
Okay, so you're saying a bullet grazed when you say scrape. I just want to make sure I understand. Okay, so you're saying Justin got grazed, a bullet grazed on his back.
Yeah.
Was he bleeding?
Yeah, he was bleeding, but it wasn't like mine was. Like, you know, heavy like mine was.
How much was your leg bleeding a lot?
Yeah, my leg was bleeding a little bit. Like, you can see the skin, you know what I'm saying? Scab, skin, and stuff like that. But it was just glazed, but my arm went in and rested in my back.
And you said that when you went to Keona's house, that she did some wound care on you and Justin.
We helped each other. All of us helped each other.
Okay, so you wiped Justin's back down?
Yeah,
that spot?
she would help him with a tab, and, you know, we were helping each other. Yeah, helping each other.
Okay. And I think you said when y'all got to Keona's house, you changed clothes when you went in.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you identified a person you said was Mr. Johnson that came out and then stuck his head in a charger, but you were in the house. But you said that was.
He came out and got the wound kit.
All right. So did y'all do the wound care before changing clothes or after you got the wound kit?
Before the wound kit came, we had a towel and soap and stuff and peroxide. You know what I'm saying? We were doing it like this.
Okay. When you met with Juke and Quet, Quet was doing most of the talking. Go Van, right?
He talk.
And you testified earlier about this, just to be clear, Go Van before the hit on dog, before you did it, had already negotiated with you to get $10,000.
Yeah, from me and 10,000 from Jesse.
Okay. Now, I want to be clear about, I'm going to get to that in a minute, but I want to make sure $10,000 to you, you talked about it before, and then he came back to you after the fact and asked you about the 10, because he wanted his money, right?
Yeah, I want a man too.
Okay. Now, you said today, pretty matter-of-factly, that he had the same $10,000 from Justin. But when you were interviewed by law enforcement in August, they asked you that. And you said, I think he had the same deal with Justin. Right? So do you know it, or do you think it?
I probably did say that then, but basically I'm saying the same thing I said then.
So you're not sure?
I'm saying the same thing I said then.
Okay, that you think he did.
I'm saying the same thing I said then. You can put it how you want to put it, but I'm saying, you know what I'm saying?
I'm putting it the way you put it.
What I know.
On the screen now is Cat, who they're talking about right now.
Well, if you know it, why would you tell them then that you thought it? I think he got it. Why wouldn't you go, he got it? He had the same deal. I was there.
Yeah, because Justin ain't bring me my money, so I don't know if he gave me. You know what I'm saying? So.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
One moment, Judge.
Okay, so while he getting this stuff together, what do y'all think about the defense? How he's questioning this defendant? Do you think it's effective? You know, or do you think that it's you know? And another question I would have is, since the defendant that's on trial now is claiming
When you were in the white Mercedes, you were bleeding a lot, right? Bleeding a lot.
Nah. I wasn't bleeding a lot.
So you told law enforcement that you were bleeding really bad.
Yeah, once it started coming out, once I see it, saw it, start panicking, you know, like, dang, blood started coming out. But I know not to panic that bad though, because I've been shot before.
Right.
So in the white Mercedes, I'm sitting up like this, so my blood won't get nowhere in the car. I'm sitting up like this, and we driving at a fast pace. So I jump out this, jump at this position, right?
Okay.
Mind you, he was the one driving once after he got shot.
You got a gunshot in your shoulder,
He drove.
a graze on your leg, and you say Mr. Johnson's been grazed on his back,
Correct.
and you can see the graze, right?
Nah, I
You
ain't
can see
look at it, cause when he driving, I'm making sure, we didn't know he was glazed at first, so I'm trying to make sure he don't wait. So I'm like, you alright? You alright? I'm talking to him. But he said he been hit too.
Okay, he said he got hit. You've gotten grazed on your leg. You can look down, you felt it, and then you can look down and see it,
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
All right. Now, you said you wiped down this car. How'd you wipe down the car? And what'd you do?
what you mean?
How did you wipe down the car? What'd you do? You walked through the backyard, you walked up to the car. What did you
I took
do
the child
next?
and, you know, I had like peroxide and bleach and stuff, and wiping the cutting.
Okay, so I'm gonna pause right here. They got hit by, they got shot by Marcus, Young Dolph's brother, who was working as his security that day at the donut shop. Even though they opened fire, you know, they came out of nowhere, opened fire on Young Dolph inside the donut shop. They shot through the glass and everything, right? They didn't even go in the place. They just started shooting from outside. So once they started doing that, Young Dolph's brother, Marcus, who was working his security detail that day, he came out with a hand weapon, right? A handheld, like I don't know what type of gun it was. He came out, no, Young Dolph didn't shoot. The brother Marcus came out shooting. And it was funny because yesterday, it wasn't funny, but it was kind of peculiar to me because I was like, dang, they got all these big old guns and like AKs or whatever you call them. What we learned yesterday? Choppers. What word we learned yesterday, y'all? What word we learned yesterday? We learned the word yesterday for a gun. Child, we thought it was somebody's name until somebody had to drop down in the chat and tell us it was the gun. I can't think of the name that we learned yesterday, what they call it. But anywho, did we see the inside of the cookie shop? I saw some footage from that. They're gonna show it again later in the trial. We'll watch it together. But I haven't as of yet seen the actual shots. I just saw the girl taking the money, the cookie cashier, and I saw her see something, and then she took off. I have not personally seen yet the actual shooting. I don't know if they're gonna show that. Yeah, Draco. Hey, Kurt Vixen. Draco. Okay. So we was remarking yesterday about how they had the Dracos, aka AKs, assault rifles, and how Marcus, the brother of Dolph, who was inside the cookie shop with him, he ran out with what seemed to be such a smaller gun, right? And he ran out and went to the car, got to the car they drove up in, Young Dolph's, reached in the back seat or wherever it was, and he pulled out a big old gun. You know what I'm saying? So he actually hit, allegedly, both of the shooters. The one that's talking now, Cornelius, he say he got hit twice. Mind you, he say he got glazed like a donut instead of grazed, okay? And the one who's on trial now, Justin Johnson. Now, I find it real. I want to know, and we have to wait to see, right? But since Justin is claiming absolutely not guilty, that he had nothing to do with it, he wasn't there, he wasn't a shooter, I want to know if they gonna show his back. Because this guy is saying that at the time of the shooting, he saw the defendant, Justin. He saw that he had a bullet glaze on his back. He's saying that he saw Justin to the left. That's who's on trial right now. He's saying that when they went to that apartment that we saw yesterday with the wound kit, that he helped put peroxide and stuff on Justin's glazed, aka grazed, bullet wound on his back. So I'm really curious to see if the defense is going to be able to show that no such bullet mark is on his back. But we're going to have to stay tuned to see that, you know. But that's very interesting. And I think that's what the defense attorney right now is really building up, right? I think that the defense attorney right now is really building up to make that point, right? So, Tweety says, Dolph brother had a handgun on him and a gun in the car. Right. He was the security. Right? He was the security. He had a gun on him, you know, and then he had on his person, and then they had a way bigger gun in the car, come to find out. Let's continue with this cross-examination. You guys are tuned in to Trial Watch with Demetri Lit all day. Thank you guys for joining me. Let's continue.
Peroxide and bleach. So you walked back through this yard and you had big things of peroxide and bleach in your hands.
That's a good
You
catch.
trying to say how I did it with a shot on?
I know, I'm just saying. See, now I want to know how you
I'm trying
did
to
it.
see when you getting it.
I want to know how you did it. I might need to wipe down a car. I don't know.
Alright, wait.
So how'd you do it?
Man, I just wiped the guy there, you know what I'm saying? I wiped the guy there.
All right, where'd you wipe?
Inside and stuff. Inside in the dope panel.
Door panel?
Yeah,
So you wiped down, where'd you wipe down on the inside?
like the armrest, seat and stuff in the dope panel.
He didn't do a good job. They found this big.
Okay.
Just a FYI, okay?
What about the outside of the car?
Dope panel. Dope panel. You know what I'm saying? Wipe the dope panel down.
Anything else?
The outside? Nah, just the dope panel. Just.
And you know your prints are on the car.
Yeah, I ain't know that my print was on the car at the time, but I'm wiping the dope panel where I know I touch it, you know what I'm saying? Like, dope panel and stuff like this. And the blood department, I was just trying to wipe real fast, but I ain't want the lawn to go out, so I was just trying to wipe real fast, because it's late, you know what I'm saying? I ain't want to get caught by these cops. It's late. I'm shot, but I'm bandaged up, you know, so, and I ain't trying to let my hair go down, because I was on some pills and stuff.
My bad.
What'd you do with the stuff afterwards?
What's the? Did
The
I
stuff
wipe
you
the
used to
car?
clean the car?
I just had it already on the towel, and I went back there and did it real fast.
Okay, so back, just a few minutes ago, I said you walked back there with like containers of peroxide and bleach and a towel, and you said
I
yes.
ain't say that.
So I want to make sure, you had, it was just on the towel?
Yeah, it was on the towel.
Okay. So just one towel, what'd you do with the towel?
I took it back with me.
Okay. Who drove you there?
My girl. I made her hit the block. Hit the block while she let me out, and I got out, and walked up, went back there,
And your girl's Angela Arnold?
yeah.
And just so I'm clear, when would this have been in relation to, you shoot off on the
I can't tell you
17th?
the
Same day?
No.
1 day later, 2 days later?
Nah, it wasn't, I can't tell you exactly, but it was a couple days later, before they found the car. It was
Okay.
before, it probably was the night before they found the car.
And so she drops you off in the tracks?
She dropped me off on, Barron, and I got out.
Barrett?
Barron Street,
Okay.
and I got out on foot and walked. I ain't want her truck to be seen on this street and nothing.
Okay. Was it day or night?
It was nighttime.
Okay. Was she in the tracks?
Yeah.
Now, did Quet ever tell you that either he or someone else had wiped the car down?
Quick?
Yeah.
Nah, just told me that he had somebody to wait the car down.
Hey, Muppy.
And you were testified about leaving your cell phone in there
Yeah, I left in the blue phone.
in the glove box. All right? But you had already went to Pressure World and done all that by the time you go back to wipe it.
Went to
That's
Pressure
all.
World and done what?
Got in your phone.
Yeah, I went to Pressure World today, and right after we shut off, like after we split up from the apartment, I went to Pressure World. Same day.
When you talked about in your testimony about getting a car covered,
Yeah,
when is that in relation to when you wiped the car down?
like when Quinn gave me the money for the car cover, that was the same day that they had found the car. Same, like early that morning, he gave me the money for the car cover, and I was gonna put it on there later on the night, but they found the car.
And just to be clear, if I remember right, you said Quet called you to say, I need you to go come over here and get money for a car cover and go cover that car.
Him and Justin was talking about that anyway. Him and Justin was talking about that anyway.
But were you part of the, let me ask, were you part of the conversation between Govan and Justin to be talking about that anyway?
What you mean? Was like
You just said he and Justin were talking about that. Were you part of those conversations?
Justin was telling him he was gonna send him some cash out money to buy a car cover so we could cover.
How do
the
you
car.
know that?
Because I went over there, I was over to Govan's house, I had, they got some pills for me and everything. Like, and we were talking about we had to get rid of this car. We were saying we need to get rid of this car, burn this car up.
And you're saying that Govan's telling you he's in contact with Justin? And
Yeah.
Justin, okay, all right. And just to be clear, when it comes to Govan or Quet, is it a y'all need to take care of this problem, or is it we, him included, need to take care of this problem?
He's saying me and Justin really need to get rid of that car. He told me because if they question him, he gonna tell them how they really massive, so he get back to his gambling. That's what he said.
What? On the screen is who they talked about, Quit. He the middleman, supposed to be the mastermind of this brilliant hit. Mind you, they parked the getaway car.
Thank you, Mr. Smith.
I know,
Parked the
bro.
car in Quit backyard.
Yeah, I'll be super quick, Judge. Last thing, a lot of us probably didn't understand. Quet told y'all that if the police come to him and ask him about the car, he's gonna say holler at William Massey.
Yeah,
Is that his attorney?
yeah, that was his attorney.
Okay, so he's telling y'all, he's gonna tell the police, I'm not talking to y'all, talk to my
Yeah,
attorney.
he talked to my attorney,
He's gonna
so I can get back to my gambling.
do his sports gambling?
Yeah.
Okay. When Mr. Evans was asking you questions, he's asking about text messages and stuff. This is something I just forgot to do. Did the police seize your telephone from Letitia after you gave it to her?
Yeah,
Is that telephone 901-513-6236?
it was.
And the very last thing, every time I've met with you, me and you have met, if you count 2 minutes back there, maybe 3 times.
So this
Is that right?
redirect
Yeah.
from the state.
Have I ever told you you're going to walk out of jail?
Nah, he never told me that.
Have I always told you that you're going to prison?
Yeah, he told me
No further questions.
Mr. Evans, any recross?
Oh, you're on.
Now,
Are you next witness?
We can have 5.
okay, so we're gonna pause it right there, right? Because that's the end of that cross-examination. What do we think about this cross-examination, right? I'm trying to and I'm on my laptop trying to get this other testimony together here. Let me see. What did I do wrong? Let me see. These guys sound so damn dumb. She's exactly. So while I'm pulling up the testimony from this morning, I'm getting that together right now. Let me tell you guys. You know, we making as mature women here and men. You know, we all grown. Okay. We all hearing how he talking, right? And the fact that he talking like heavy slang, and he talking like he just on the street somewhere talking to somebody, right? and that he's not in his place, in a position where his whole life on the line. Let me give y'all, I'm actually doing something, so I'm not just talking. But let me give y'all, like I wrote in the comments, I just had this situation yesterday. With my boys. Okay? Both of my boys, 15 and 18. We taking care of some serious stuff. Thank God it wasn't nothing to do with no crime or nothing, but some school stuff, right? But we in a serious situation as far as they concerned. You know what I'm saying? This is business for them. They only business that they got, my children, is school. That's the most serious thing they got in their life right now. So we taking care of this serious business. And both of my boys, when they have to say something, they talking almost like, like hood. You know what I'm saying? I was like, are you kidding me? I mean, right then and there, I was like, are you kidding me? And then after we was finished with our appointment and everything, I went to tell them, I was like, I was so embarrassed. I said, you mean to tell me as young men, y'all don't know when to talk like y'all got some sense? Y'all don't know the difference between talking to your friends, talking out with some, you know what I'm saying? And talking like, and conducting yourself as young men who got some sense? Are you kidding me right now? It was just, okay, room shaker, it just absolutely tripped me the hell out, and I was so mad. Y'all would never, ever, ever know how mad I was. But can you imagine? And now I'm sitting here listening to this man here testifying at 34 years old, sounding crazy, sounding like he don't know he in a place where he should be talking. It's like what they call it in the professional word, code switching, right? Now this man right here, we don't know all his life and stuff, but let me tell you, my kids are not being raised up in no hood, okay? They have a lot of different influences and things like that, whereas it's not like this the only way they know how to talk. They know how to talk correctly. And it blew my mind that they didn't realize that, hey, this is a situation where I might need to switch how my tone is. This is a situation where I need to talk like I got some sense. I need to present myself like I'm, what they say. They was looking all, how they be looking all sheepish, and I know when I'm telling them something and they know I'm right. I can tell when they realize it and they know I'm right. And they know better than that, because then they get to hanging their head all down and shit. And I had to tell them, don't be holding your head down. Look at me when I'm talking to you. Child, that tripped me out, okay? That tripped me out. I was not okay with that. And even in the midst of that appointment, that meeting we was in with they teachers and stuff like that, I had to tell the people, hold on real quick. Stop saying your homeboy. Stop talking like that. I literally said that in the middle of that, right? So then at this moment in time, they got me acting ghetto. Okay? At this point in time, I'm supposed to be in my switch code and be right. And now, because I got to correct them, I'm talking ghetto. Yeah. I'm talking about, man, you can't win for losing. Do you hear me? So, anywho, it's just like, and then it's things like this when I'm watching it that I just be like, I do not want this type of future for my sons. I do not want my sons to be literally somewhere and not know the difference. You know what I'm saying? I want better. I want more for them. And look at these fools. They got their whole life on the line and everything, right? Over what? $50,000? Supposed to be $40,000 each? Versus spending your whole life in prison, leaving your children, not being there for your family. And so what that come down to, y'all? Poor decision making. poor decision making. Okay, and if I tell y'all right now, all I can do is I can't help but make these type of analogies, because when I look at stuff like this, I think about my boys. I really do. On one hand, I'm so grateful because they're not in this situation. Then in the other hand, just like that, I get worried and have to just pray that they don't get themselves in this type of situation. You know? I am trying to fix this thing. No, yeah, I'm just talking because I'm trying to pull up this, the head investigator. We're going to see a whole lot of proof. Okay? Not proof. We're going to see a whole lot of evidence on this next part here. So just bear with me, you know. Lord Thurs. Okay. And then why isn't this coming on top? Like this bottom part supposed to be in front of that. Okay. Why is it not moving to the front of it? Oh, I'm moving the wrong thing. The ticker supposed to be. One moment, y'all. The ticker is supposed to be in front of that. Boom. All right, so it's downloading. So people be 40K ain't shit. No, but you got to think about it. Let's talk about that. The 40K, right? We have to remember that when he first was testifying yesterday, Cornelius, when they left out the house to do a hit, right? They wasn't even expecting to do the hit on Young Dolph himself. Young Dolph had the price on his head of $100,000 allegedly, right? Everybody agreed it was supposed to be $100,000 on Young Dolph's head, right? But it was also, which I haven't heard how much, it was also different price tags on people affiliated with Young Dolph. Other rappers on Young Dolph label. Other business people with Young Dolph label. So it was $100,000 bag on Young Dolph head, rest in peace. But it was also money out there on other people's head. Now, according to Cornelius, who we just heard from in the middle, when they left the house that day to do something, they was hoping to catch they wasn't even expecting to come across Young Dolph. They was going to where they knew that a lot of people were supposed to be, because Young Dolph was supposed to be hosting a turkey drive, a charity event for Thanksgiving, giving away turkeys. So they didn't expect to get the big dog, Young Dolph, but they figured they can probably go make them some money and do a hit on one of somebody else, because everybody had a price tag on their head. They going to go look for just anybody they can shoot and get whatever money. And they just so happen to let him tell it. While they driving to go do that, Young Dolph, they see Young Dolph car. And Young Dolph's car is very visible, all his vehicles, because all his vehicles have, come to find out, this type of like camouflage wrap, paint job or what have you. Okay? And so that's how they spotted Young Dolph. Murder is crazy for 40K. Now 100K may make more sense. Right. And then you got to remember, it was supposed to be 50. It was altogether 100K. It was supposed to be 50 and 50. And then both of them was going to give 10 each to the person who put them in contact with them to set it up. You know what I'm saying? But at the time, like he said, it seemed like a lot of money. If you're just thinking about just this moment and you're not thinking ahead about anything, it may seem like some big money. Like we know better, but it's some demographics of people and stuff like that that don't even make $20,000 a year. Don't make $15,000 in a year. That's a sad reality. And if you a low-ranking hustler on the street and everything, and you getting your money in 5, 10s, and 20s, and maybe 50s, from whatever little hustle you got going on. $40K in one lump sum. That's a lot of money. But I'm remembering that they wasn't even finna go for the $40K. They was finna go out there and try to shoot somebody, whoever it was, for what? Maybe $5,000. Maybe one of the rappers this is me theorizing, because we know they had money on other people's head. If it was $100,000 on Young Dolph, maybe one of Young Dolph rappers, you know what I'm saying, was $10,000 or $5,000. They didn't care. They was going to go get the money, whatever money it was. Now, Miss Baker, I don't know if you had heard the rest of the cross-examination outside of here, but we found out today, remember how we know that he came across the $800, right? They gave him $500 and they gave him $300, right? Come to find out in this cross-examination, we finds out that $50,000 has been paid to this guy here, Cornelius, the admitted shooter, for his defense, for his attorney. So at the end of the day, even though he's still locked up and facing life, the money that he was supposed to get, he didn't eventually got it. Okay? He didn't got the $50,000 by way of an unknown benefactor paying it for his attorney. I think the defense has done an excellent job. Oh yeah, Ms. Baker, we found that out just in this cross-examination. Okay, we found that out. Now, during the time when the state was questioning him, they never, of course, they didn't see sufficient, of course, they didn't bring that up. But that's one of the things where the defense attorney, as far as I'm concerned, really did a good job in bringing it out, okay, and making it clear and understood that the money that he was supposed to get paid for the shooting was in fact paid, but it was paid to the attorney. Yep, absolutely. We found that out just here on this live during the cross testimony. Yep. So the lawyer for Cornelius, not the one that's asking the questions now. So let me see. I'm gonna try to see, because it's taking forever for me to download this deal, right? So I want to see. I'm gonna try to see if I can just share it. If I'm having a problem doing that, then I'll just go ahead and well, you know what? What I'm going to do, you guys, is because this was the cross-examination, that's how I set this up, I'm going to go ahead and finish downloading the this next testimony from the lead investigator. Now, I peeped in on that this morning, and it's a lot of evidence, right? A lot of evidence. And when I peeped in at the live trial with the people watching in the chat for the live trial, it seemed to be some stuff like that's real damaging. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this live and come right back in maybe 15-20 minutes. If you guys would please join me back on here, join me back, and we'll get set up for the next testimony. That way you guys can get on my channel, at least it can be broken down in parts, you know what I'm saying, and easy to digest. Okay, they have to, you say, Demetri, they have to fit in their environment to be cool. Okay, you talking about not the code switching and knowing when to turn off that old thug talk and stuff. Yeah, that's very true. But guess what? They need to also be able to recognize where they're at, what they're doing, and what they need to be doing, what they need to be presenting. That's the type of thing with my boys right now at this age. Man, it's just like, it's a total different playing field than girls, right? Because, if you don't stay on top of them boys, they be goofy. Boys can be so goofy. You know what I'm saying? It's like you just have to stay on them and Child. So anywho, y'all, this has been the cross-examination. I'm going to go ahead and end this live. You guys, please watch out for your notification. I'll be back in less than 30 minutes, of course, just as soon as I get this loaded up. And we're going to look at the next witness for the state, which is the head investigator on the for the